Please like, subscribe, and be sure to click that bell button for regular and exciting indie film content and your chance to be the first to engage with the Liftoff Global Network of Film Festivals as we embark on launching the careers of the filmmakers of tomorrow.
Hello everyone and welcome to today's stream. Today we're looking at the Toronto Liftoff Film Festival and the final couple of hours of the festival before it closes later today. And we're also going to be looking at the launch of the New York Liftoff Film Festival. If you are watching this live and you want to say hi in the chat room, please feel free to. The chat room is now open and we will do our best to share any comments that you have during the duration of today's stream. Also feel free to comment in the comments below if you're watching this a bit later on. I just want to also ask if you are watching that the sound is good. There were some technical issues this morning, but it looks like it is all sorted now. So please let us know if you can hear us okay. All right, so we're going to start with just a little bit more about the Toronto Liftoff Film Festival. So I'm going to get the poster up. Here it is. So it started on the 5th of June and ends today, which is the 3rd of July. This last 4 weeks has flown by and it has been an absolutely roller coaster ride. So thank you so much to everyone who's been taking part, either a filmmaker, a participant or a audience member. Thank you. Thank you so much. So we're going to start by looking at some statistics and just understanding a little bit more about what to expect once the audience round has come to an end. So I'm just going to get the what to expect poster and the festival activities. So all of these different activities have been taking place over the duration of the Toronto Festival. We are now coming up to the network round. And we are hoping that this goes live on Wednesday. It might be Thursday, depending on if we can get through all of the votes when the festival ends later today. And then also making sure that the jury have decided. There's a little bit of a battle going on at this moment in time. So it all depends on whether we get all of the votes in time, if that will go live on Wednesday or on Thursday. It's currently scheduled in for Thursday. That will then be live for 1 week and thereafter we will announce the winners. So the winners will be announced on the 17th of July, which is super exciting. So that is what's next. So what is the network round? So the network round is the 2 top audience choice films from each program, along with the jury's top voted films as well. So usually we get between 18 and 20 films moving into the network round, which is fantastic. We're going to first take a look at the local filmmakers. And just before we do start looking at some of the statistics and other parts of each program, I just want to say if you were watching this last week, then you will have seen me mention over and over again that this is the final week and this is where we start to see all of the changes and all of the programs jumping around, which has happened. So there are quite a few new films that I'm announcing here today that haven't been announced in the audience round yet. So bear with me a moment. Okay, cool. So we're going to look at the local filmmakers. So we've had 527 playthroughs, 42 votes in, and an audience of 62. So there's still a few votes to come in on this page. If you are watching this, you have until tonight to place your votes. Once we've gone through each of the pages, I am going to show you the best way how to vote. So the first film we're going to mention here today is We Are All in This Together, and this is on 17 votes. This is a film from Canada. It's part of the local filmmakers program. It is directed by Mitch Virginin, and it is an action drama science fiction. At its core, our film is a family drama with a twist. As an alien invasion threatens humanity's very existence, an estranged family must put aside their differences and work together to survive. But as tension rises and secrets are revealed, will they be able to unite and overcome their personal struggles to fend off this extraterrestrial threat? The next film we're going to mention here today is a new one. This has shot through the ranks and it is currently on 7 votes and it is called Out of the Rain, and this is also by a Canadian filmmaker called Ilana Urshnichuk. So really well done of being mentioned here today on this stream. On a rainy evening, Sarah, a lonely widow, opens her door to a lost stranger named James, who asks to use her phone. Despite James being withdrawn and tense, Sarah welcomes him in and they start to form a bond. As they talk, Sarah opens up about her struggles since the death of her husband, and James hints that his own fractured relationship with his father. However, the conversation takes a dark turn when James confesses that he has killed his father. So there we have it. There are quite a few people watching, so before we move on to the judges' select shorts, I just want to say hi and welcome to today's stream. If you have any questions or if you want to support a film, put it in the chat and I will do a shout out as the stream continues. So the judges select shorts. This has had a whopping 525 playthroughs, 69 votes in so far, and an audience around 70. So the votes are almost all in on this one. There's a new film that has sprung through and it is currently on 23 votes, and this is called Mapping Love. Mapping Love is directed by Mary Alice McMillan from the USA, and this is a filmmaker. Mary Alice McMillan explores the geography of her family's past to learn why every woman in her family has developed breast cancer and where her own breast cancer related genetic mutation has originated from. Then the next film is another film that we've mentioned a few times, and it's held on in there. This is now on 19 votes, and it is Pret a Poppy. This film is directed by Zoe Nelson. It is from the USA, and it is a student short film. Poppy is a greatly misunderstood fashion design student who is pushed to the limits by her professor and competitive classmates as she designs her ambitious fashion show costume. There we go. So up next, we're going to move on to the Trendsetter Shorts page. So we've got 508 playthroughs. We have 52 votes in so far and an audience of 53, which means there's only one person technically left to vote. So if you're sitting there with a ticket and you need to vote, you have until the end of the day to do so. So the first film we're going to mention today is a new film that has again come straight through the ranks and straight to the top, and it is a film by a Finnish filmmaker. Her name is Isabel Presnell, and her film is Female, Why Not Just a Filmmaker? So Female is a documentary that investigates where women are today if they're not in Hollywood, and why women are more likely to relegate to their gender than any aspect of actual work. It's not only about the inequality in Hollywood, but it focuses more on independent filmmakers and digital creators. Again, this film is on 14 votes. Ginny's Enterprise is on 13 votes, and this is by Suzanne Marie Moreau from Canada. And this follows a 10-year-old Trekkie struggles to gain fairness and love from her blindly patriarchal mother and equally status with her bullying brother in the 1960s white man's world. This film has been in the audience choice from the beginning, so well done, Suzanne, for holding on to that position, and I hope you make it through to the network round. The final page we're going to mention today is our features page, and this is on 176 playthroughs. We've got 18 votes in so far and an audience of 24. So Wayne's Misery is on 6 votes, and this is a film from Iceland by Michael G. When two people from New Jersey meet by coincidence in a small town in Iceland, their stories intertwine and turn them to crime. Wayne, a 10-year-old boy, is forced to face his own demons when his psychopathic friend Simon pushes him to commit worse and worse crimes as he slowly begins to lose his sanity. Wayne's father, a police officer, begins to investigate the crime, leading him to the first crime scene where he met a boy who even a decade later still warms his cold soul. Then we've got Wanton, which is on 3 votes. This is directed by Victor Dabnay from Canada, and this is a horror music fantasy. Wanton is an abstract and expressionist musical horror show about identity, self-representation, anxiety, nostalgia, and the digital age. Through a series of obscure and ghostly images, the film tells a loose story of a man fighting to take off a self-imposed mask. He succeeds, however the mask then grows into a malevolent being, preying on his fears, haunting him and plunging him deeper into the void. So there we have it. Before we move on to the New York Liftoff Film Festival, and welcome if you are taking part in the New York Liftoff Film Festival, I'm going to show you now how best to vote. This works the same for our Toronto Festival as for New York, so do pay attention to this little video and I will explain more after. Our online festivals are designed to bring much needed new eyes to true indie film. They are a tried and tested method of providing a platform of diverse work to a large audience. The voting process is specifically created to engage people with the collection.
Once you purchase the program, to watch the films you'll be sent a ticket email
Our
which
online
contains your
festivals are
personal
designed to
link
be
to
much
sign up to the
needed new eyes
festival,
to true
along with your
indie
voting
film.
code and link. Before the festival closes, head to the email again to cast your vote. Entering the code in the email will give you access to the form, which will then ask you to select your 2 favourite films and provide some feedback on the projects. Throughout the festival, we'll be running events on our YouTube channel, such as live festival updates, free workshops and promotional filmmaker interviews. Filmmakers will also receive daily updates from the festival.
So there we have it. As you saw, you have to vote for your 2 favourite films in order for your votes to count. So if you're sitting there and you still have to vote for the Toronto Lifter Film Festival, then get your votes in today, but make sure you vote for your top 2. The network round will be going live on Wednesday or Thursday. So we're going to move on now to the New York Festival. Before we do that, I just want to say hi to Roy Matthews, who's in the chat, and also to Mohammed. Thank you so much for being here today, and thank you for joining us. Alright, so moving on to New York. New York has gone live. It goes live today, so it has already gone live, and you should have received your tickets if you're taking part. The preview weekend started on Friday, and now we're into the first week of the festival. So as you can see there, it went live today, so the 3rd of July, and we'll be closing on the 31st of July. So it is running for the full month. The next poster I'm about to show you is everything that is happening as part of that festival and all of the fun things that you can do to join in. So we've got the launch stream, which we're doing right now. So welcome and to joining us for that. Every Monday we do roundups. So you just saw the Toronto final roundup. So we'll be doing that every Monday for the New York Festival as well. Every Friday we have Lloyd and Carolyn. One by one they will be doing the audience votes roundup as well, so looking at the films that have had the biggest movement, not the films that are in the lead, but the films with the biggest movement. We then also have our first look, so highlighting films that have been highlighted by our audience, and then we also have focus groups taking place. We've got a Fund Your Film workshop as well. On the 20th of July we have our online networking event, which I highly recommend signing up to. As a filmmaker taking part in this festival, you will have given access to sign up to the hub. All of the information about the focus groups and the online networking activities will take place in the hub. So make sure that you press that link to join. It is free, and all of the communication for the festival will be taking part through there. Then we have our last looks, which is all about the jury's highlights and their favourite films of the festival as well. And then the network round will be starting around the 3rd of August to the 10th of August, with then us announcing the winners on the 14th of August, not July, as it says on the poster there. That will be changed. So there you have it. That is what to expect over the months. So there are 4 programs as part of this festival as well. So we're going to start with our local filmmakers shorts. So these are short films from the New York area solely. These are fantastic films. They scored quite highly with our jury, and they, as I said, are all from New York. So if you are taking part in this program, when I show you how to access the hub and how to manage the hub in the best possible way, then you can find your filmmakers in your area, take them out for coffee, network, whatever it may be. But the whole purpose of this local filmmakers program is that you have the opportunity to meet each other and connect. The next page we have is the Judges Select Shorts, and these are all the films that scored 8 and above during the initial submission process. So really well done to all of the short films that are taking part in this page. You blew our jury away, so I'd highly recommend giving this page a watch. It's full of animations, music videos, short documentaries and short live action narratives as well. So there really is something for everyone across the board within this page. The next page we have is our Trendsetter Shorts, and these are the films that also had something unique about them that the jury highlighted during that submission phase as well. So again, well done for being a part of this program. As with our Judges Select Shorts, there's a wide range of content and genres, from horror, comedy, sci-fi, drama, documentaries, everything you could possibly think of, it is within this program. So do sit back, relax and enjoy. The final program I'm mentioning here today is our Features program. And this contains a wonderful collection of feature films. Again, lots of different genres, documentaries as well, quite heavily documentary this time, and also those drama, short live those drama live action narratives as well. So I'm just going to share my screen to show you how you can access the New York Festival, how you can buy tickets, and how you can see which films are in the program. So I'm just going to share my screen. There you go. So you should still be able to hear me. So all you need to do is go over to the liftoff.network website, and then you see the New York Festival by going to festivals and down to New York. Then you will come to this page here. So here you can see the shorts programs. You've got the local filmmakers, judges select, and also trendsetters. You can click on this link here to get your tickets, and you can also view the program by clicking on this button here. It's the same for the features below. If you're interested in any of the events by signing up, there will be more information here, and as you can see, it's all on the hub. As I am sharing my page at the moment, I'm just going to jump across to the hub, and this is the festival focus group, and this is exactly where you will be signing up to when you press join the hub. So you'll be able to have a look at that poster in a little bit more detail in a moment when you sign up. And there's some more information about it here as well. But this is just a great place to meet other people. You can see, you can post yourself, you can talk about your project, you can ask questions. If you go over to the side, you can go to members. Now, if you go to near you, sorry, it's just taking a second to load. All of these members here will be based near your location. So do that. And then if there is a film that you particularly love, then you can reach out to this filmmaker directly. Let's take this filmmaker, for example, and then you can see this chat button here. If you press chat, you can go straight in there and you can start a conversation just like any other social media, but it's connecting you with all of the filmmakers that are taking part in the festival. There will be some events, they will all be posted here, and there are past events as well. So all of the different things that you can see here will be in the upcoming and events button. So this is it. There's so much within the hub for you to check out, so do make sure to sign up, and do make sure that you take the opportunity to delve into everything that we are doing as part of the New York Liftoff Film Festival. You will find out more about the focus groups, you'll find out more about the online networking in due course, but all of it will be announced on the hub. And Brandon, thank you so much for joining. So happy to be a part of the New York Festival. We're delighted to have you on board as well. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy engaging with all of the wonderful content as part of the Toronto Festival, the New York Festival. I'll be back on Thursday with the Toronto Network round, and Lloyd and Carolyn will be back here on Friday with the latest roundup for the New York Festival. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.